podcast where I'm going to find out what Nathan Owens is nerdy for. And I'm not going to do any more intros. So this is the intro.
That's the whole intro.
I refuse now to do 2 intros. I've been saying the same thing back to back over and over again in all of my podcasts because I do an intro and then it starts. And somehow, even though it's an hour later, it's still the same intro. But this is my friend, Nathan Owens. Don't even talk. I'm doing it. And he is actually a very better podcaster than I am because he's on a podcast called...
Yep, this is the most chaotic.
4th and 10, everyone.
4th and 10.
He's got a lot of fans. You and I do stand-up comedy together.
Yes.
And I'm going to go into detail about that. But we just did a show in Wilmington, North Carolina at Wine Knot. That's how they spell it. That's how I'm going to say it. Wine Knot. Knot.
Yep.
And he had a podcast fan come out who was so friendly and nice. And I loved them. And you do stand-up comedy now for how many years?
11 years.
11 years. And he has a special out. It's called Brand Name Human. It's on YouTube at Nathan Owens Comedy.
Yeah.
Check it out. Like it. Share it. Subscribe.
All of it.
Lick it. I don't know how the internet works.
Clicking things that have my name.
Actually, if y'all listened to the Lysandra Vasquez episode, we plugged it on that one.
I really appreciated that.
I made a clip about it.
That was wonderful.
You wrote a beautiful joke for me, which I think we should add in here. The joke you wrote, because I did it in Spain, and it killed.
In Spain?
Yeah, so Nathan Owens wrote this joke for me.
Were you doing a show, or did you just tell the joke in Spain?
No, I did a show.
Okay.
That's how I got
do
my
you mean that you're going to do the joke, or do you mean you have a clip of the joke you want to put in?
I have a clip of the joke.
Okay.
We're going to put it in here right now. And go.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Yeah, my name's Amy Brown. I'm so excited to be back in Spain. The last time I was here, I was 17 years old, and I was a student exchange person. I have to be honest, I did not learn a lot of Spanish when I was here. I was too busy kissing all the boys. Oh, golly, the boys here are very handsome, aren't they? Yes. I didn't want to learn Spanish. I wanted to taste Spanish. And it was delicioso.
Wow, what a great clip.
Isn't that great? So that was the highlight of that set. I did not do well the rest of the set because turns out Europeans are very uptight and they don't like to hear about bush hair and all these other things. Yeah, it was a rough set. But the beginning part, I was solid.
I think you need to go to a wider part of Europe.
Than Barcelona?
Yeah, I think Barcelona. I mean, I don't know. I just know from like internet stuff. Barcelona seems pretty uppity. You need to go to like a London suburb where people say like Roy. Like I think that place that's gonna like really absorb any terrible jokes you have.
We were on a tour, an eating tour in Barcelona, and there was definitely that kind of British guy yelling in the streets like, "Oi, mate, get over here!" That's not it. But
how much of this podcast can you do in British accent?
A British accent. Wait, you have to be specific. Are we doing Mary Poppins or are we doing
street?
Straight. Oh, me grits.
Grits?
I did it wrong already. I panicked.
I feel like as your producer, I should tell you to calm down, but all I want to do is egg this behavior on.
I know, right? We're like in a playpen, and he's the nanny, and he's very high.
I'll be honest. If I was a nanny and the kid I was watching started saying "me grits" in a British accent, I'd let it go.
That's why That's why anytime I used to hang out with like my niece or if I had some neighbor kids that I would like help babysit, they loved me, but it was just because I was like, hey, what dumb shit are we doing? This is great. Let's just lean into that. Y'all want to see who can bounce each other off the trampoline the highest? Perfect. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, I can drive to the emergency room, so like this is the best time to do it.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I have keys ready to go.
All your mom, if she was here, would say is no, and that's not fun.
That's not fun. Okay, we should wait. Like you were a nanny, so
I was a nanny.
A story about being a nanny. I know that's not what you're nerdy for, but I would love to hear a story.
Nannying's great. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. Like it's such a great job. If you haven't nannied, you just return the same kid that you start with. That's the basis of being a nanny.
That's how you don't go to prison.
That's how you don't go to prison. And honestly,
and get paid.
And you get paid, and they keep bringing you back every day. You do have to adjust to hanging out with moms.
Uh-oh.
'Cause-
Okay, you go ahead. I'll drink my champagne and you can talk shit about me.
Oh, well, that's part of it. You got to realize that like moms can function under the most bizarre circumstances.
Yeah, it's because society hates women and they have to take that brunt.
There's something about that. And then also moms, like, they hang around with kids all day and then they're just flung into a world where they're like, all right, now be an adult. You've spent 12 hours talking to the dumbest possible scientific human, and now you have to function. So like when moms get together with other moms, you can just tell there's something in their eyes where they're just so happy to have an adult to talk to that
I don't
they
have to
don't
tell
have
you
to
how to put your
watch.
shoes on,
Yeah.
Rebecca, before we go to the party.
So I think that's why moms just go, moms binge fun.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
it's like an addict that just got out of a asylum. And then somebody is just like, hey, you know that drug that you missed? Here it is, but you only have 45 minutes.
Adult conversation.
You have 45 minutes of adult conversations
Yeah.
until you have to go to sleep and wake up at 6 a.m. because your kid doesn't understand how mornings work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But being
I
a
feel
nanny-
seen. I feel seen here right now.
Being a nanny is great. I got there during breakfast and I left before dinner.
That's the witching hour.
That's the best time to be around a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they get tired and hungry, and I get tired and hungry,
Yeah.
and then I used to have to cook dinner, and we like the baby was crying, the toddler was crying, I was crying, and my husband would come home, and I'd be like, "Oh, welcome home, dear," and he's like, "This is awful. I don't like any of this." I'm like, "Me neither."
What a great promo for parenthood.
I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people are in a good mood between the hours of 4:30 and 8:30.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an alcoholic.
Are we talking about AM? Wait, what's 4:30 like AM to 8:30
No,
PM
PM.
or 4:30? Okay, there we go.
PM.
I was just about to say if it's the full scale spectrum, I was like, Amy, that's called chronic depression.
Oh, yeah.
And
Fair
it's
enough.
like, yeah, from 4:30 AM to 8:30 PM, I just can't do anything.
I cry every
Yeah.
time the sun comes up.
Ooh, I've been there. Shout out Matthew English. Okay.
We're a pro doctors here.
Yeah.
So go, but if you are like, I'm sobbing right now, go see a doctor.
I do have a question for you, Nathan, because you
Sure.
said the basic of nannying is like, getting the kid and delivering the same kid back home.
Yeah.
Did they ever try to throw you a loop and be like, here's the kid today? You're like, this isn't the same one as yesterday.
There's certain times where they're just like, they just count heads. It's like Home Alone. You're just like counting the heads
Oh
in
my
the
God.
bus, and they're just like, is this the same number? And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I started with 2, I ended with 2. Like, what else do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're related. They have the same nose. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you're like, I have face blindness, so yeah. I said fart, and then the kids laughed today and yesterday, so I think it's the same child.
So I grew up in the country, and they would have like of these big get-togethers, like in the community. We'd build a barn or something. It was not a cult, and they'd be like, "This is like once a week." They'd be like, "Okay, we have 35 children. We're gonna hire one babysitter.
Yeah.
You get paid $1 a child, which was a lot back then, an hour.
Okay.
But usually it was $1 a child, and it was like 2 or 3 kids and an hour, so it was very cheap. I don't know inflation, but it was like, okay, 35 kids. I got to keep these safe. We're on a farm. There's a lot of sharp things around. There's horses that bite
Yeah.
and kick. You had to like really organize them. And I live to tell the tale. I am missing a finger, but I'm here.
Yeah, 35 is a herd.
It's a herd.
That's a
Yeah.
herd of idiots.
Yeah, I did a lot of kickball.
That's a good one. Kickball's a good one. Freeze tag is also a good
That's a
one
good one.
because that makes the kids stay put.
You can keep eyes on them.
And you're just like, everybody's freeze tag right now.
Ooh, can you tell your story about going to the pool?
Oh, pool days were the best with moms. We had a pool day like once or twice a month.
I love it.
And we would just all get together and just head down to the pool, and then the moms would just drink.
What? No.
It was insane. It was so crazy. These moms were just walking around with just rosé in their purse.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just had, somebody brought rosé, somebody brought cups. They were so prepared. And then they would just put floaties on the kids, push them into the pool. The pool was pretty shallow. And then they would just all just get hammered.
What? No, that's
And
crazy.
it was, I didn't know
Yeah,
what to do.
we're
'Cause-
recording this podcast at 8 p.m. at night, by the way.
No, it's 3:30.
God, Amy, I love it.
No, the moms, they had a few sips every once in a while, but no, nobody got super hammered as far as I could tell.
You
But
get
also,
us a little buzz. You don't
Yeah.
get hammered in front of your children.
No.
Those are the golden rules.
right. The way that moms and dads drink is different too, because like when moms drink, they get much more like you'll be fine.
Yeah,
You know, like
our
you're okay.
anxiety goes down.
Yes, when dads drink, I think they get more involved, but in a bad way.
Oh, like they're gonna start trouble.
Yeah, like
let's
a
see
mom.
who can jump off the board the highest.
Like when moms drink, they're just like, "Here's your floaties, like go have fun with your buddies." And then when dads drink, it's like, "Let's see how long I can hold you underwater before you get scared."
Oh my god! Oh my
and
God.
it's just so much. It's fun, but it's a different kind
That's
of
not
fun.
No, it's not. Okay.
It's
so
fun if you win. So
Are you okay? Do you used to have a brother? That got dark so fast. Did you ever? So when I was growing up, a long time ago, they would do a thing where like, oh, you can't swim yet, and then an uncle, not my uncle, I had a sweet uncle, but like my father, I think,
just the
did
neighborhood
this.
uncle.
Yeah, would grab you by your arm, walk onto the diving board. In old-fashioned times, family and children, people used to have diving boards because the insurance companies didn't care if you got paralyzed at your friend's house. And they would just drag you by, like holding you by your arm and then drop you into the deep end.
It's
Like
crazy.
I saw that so many times.
Every time I see a baby swim lesson on TikTok,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, what do you? But it surprises me every time that it works.
They
Because every
flip
single
over.
time I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a baby sink like a rock, and TikTok is fine with it. And then the baby just makes it to and you're just like, how?
Well, here's the thing: they're not posting the dead baby videos because TikTok will be
Fair
like,
enough.
"No, that's
You can't do
Yeah.
I'm an
that.
algorithm." Even I'm just like, "Hey, wait a minute."
What does
Oh
your
my gosh.
algorithm look like if it's just all sunken babies?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Wait, you're getting ones where the baby swim? Oh no, I gotta retrain my algorithm."
Are you on the TikToks?
I'm on the TikToks.
What does your For You page look like? I'm so curious about that.
Oh, it's so nerdy. It's all history guys just being like, and in this part of Gettysburg, the guy, like, it's
So you have a type. That's what you're saying.
yeah. When I first started TikTok, it was all these moving camera angle things, and I was just I tried to do it, and I got car sick every time, and I had to give up, and then I finally found like an old person who was still and just talking about history, and I'm like, okay, or redecorating something. I was like, okay. What do you got on yours? Sports?
It's sports. It's a lot of sandwiches. My TikTok is heavy sandwich right now.
I would gain 15 pounds. I can't. Sandwiches are my trigger food.
I love it's because people are just making up sandwiches every day, and every time you think we're done with sandwiches, they now make a sandwich, and then now they're chopping it up and they're being like, "This is a new sandwich."
It's a salad now.
Yeah, it's a salad on bread. Like
Panzanella.
chopped sandwiches are things now.
Do you know what a panzanella is?
Is that a type of flour?
It's a kind of Italian bread salad. Don't worry. You talk about your sandwich. It's not important.
No, I'm so curious. Italian bread salad.
Yeah.
It sounds dirty.
They chop up old bread, vinaigrette,
Ooh.
onion, tomato, olives.
a Tuscan chopped salad of soaked stale bread, onions, tomatoes. Often includes cucumbers, sometimes basil. So yeah, they just get like stale bread. This looks tasty.
So it's just whatever is in the kitchen.
Yeah. So this is like salad-like, but there's just.
You could be like, I had a salad for dinner. It doesn't matter that it was made out of
aren't
bread.
croutons just stale bread though? Or are we just acting like
croutons are
this is new?
Special. This is like just a little bit stale, not all the way crispy.
I mean, that's fair. It's a very American thing, though. It's like croutons have existed for forever, and we're just like, we invented this thing.
That's
and
what- yeah.
You put bread into salads. We're the first people to ever do
Italians
it.
did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you have an Italian accent? Just because we've already offended the British. So would you like to jump in?
They're all white, so you can't really offend them. So
Right,
go ahead,
that's
take
what-
swings.
yeah.
Do Italian, do
Va
Irish.
bene, grazie. Come sta, signorito? Possiamo avere un bottiglio di vino, per favore?
You for sure sound like an Italian dude that sexually harasses everyone who
Yeah,
walks
that
by.
was so
Yeah.
much. That was so much though less offensive than I thought it was gonna be.
Because it's an Italian.
That was actual Italian. I
Well,
thought you
I
were gonna
know-
do like a
I've-
Mario impression.
I have 5 phrases. Where's the bathroom?
Okay.
Can I get a bed for married people?
Okay.
Wink. Can I get another bottle of white wine? Can I get another bottle of red wine? Oh, artichokes are my favorite.
Is that all what you just said in Italian?
Oh, I said, "How are you, Mr. Rizzo?" "I'm fine. How are you?" Because that was on the tape I had to listen to. A cassette tape.
Mr.
Do you know what that is?
I know a cassette. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen it on a movie?
Yeah, I was born in 1990.
I don't know what that means. I was born in 1976.
Yeah, I was going to say cassette tapes were still pretty popular in the
Yeah,
90s.
I had a Millennium on a cassette.
Yeah.
The Backstreet Boys Millennium.
Cool.
Because it was a lot more common to have a cassette, like a portable cassette player than
Yeah.
a CD. Because then
It would
also,
skip.
if you buy a bad CD player like a portable, it'd skip all the time. Until they started doing the anti-skip technology.
Anti-skip, which I still think is a scam.
I think it is too, but it used your battery up more.
Use your battery up, and then when Bass Boost came in,
Big battery was in on that.
big big
Yeah,
battery
they
was
wanted you to burn up your
anti-skip.
battery, and you're buying more batteries. Yeah,
The Energizer Buddy invented anti-skip technology.
pretty much.
Wow.
That's why he's wearing sunglasses all the time, because there's lies in his
And
eyes.
he also invented the Game Gear.
What's Game Gear?
It's the old Sega handheld thing, but it took 8 AAA batteries, and it would give you like 3 hours of gameplay,
Oh,
and
that's
so you're
rough.
just like burning through.
What family can afford that many batteries? That's just
None. We could only play on our. We had one, but we had to plug it into the wall adapter. They're like, it's that or nothing. But it's like, but then it's not portable.
Yeah.
then it's not portable.
You have to attach to a wall.
You can't take it to your poor friend's house.
I remember one time I did try to attempt to get batteries out of the smoke detector for my Game Boy.
Okay, is this a bit? Because
No.
can you write that?
And that's when my parents were like, maybe you need to save up your money and buy like a
Batteries.
a rechargeable battery pack.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but they weren't like, we should get you more batteries.
Yeah.
My parents were like, no, you're going to have to figure this out.
Oh, did you have a job
No.
holding babies underwater?
Holding babies underwater. Yeah, that was.
That's not the point of the TikTok. I don't think you're holding them underwater. That's just
No.
you just kind of
that's
throw
what
them
his
in.
uncle- that's
You just
what
kind
the
of
drunk
throw
dads-
them in the water, and then they just kind of make
Flip
their way
over.
back
Also,
up.
I've not seen these videos. Also,
Oh,
this
there's a
isn't
thing.
my TikTok.
It's called drown proofing. And okay, so there's different levels to drown proofing. I'm going to tell you mine, and you tell me yours.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
Drown
So-
proofing does not sound good when you're referring to a human
So,
or
okay.
a living
Also,
thing.
I don't think there's anything as drown proofing. I don't think anybody's drown proof.
I'll tell you my rendition. Okay, I went in middle school in the 1800s when I was at school. We had a class called drown proofing, and we had to pretend like our ship has just crashed into the Titanic. That's how long ago it was. And you have to turn your shirt into, you had to turn your shirt. Of course, we're all wearing men's shirts. Like, that's like, if you had a dress on, you had no hope of surviving.
No,
You had
that's
to
why they
turn-
put the women in the lifeboats on the Titanic.
Yes, because they
all had
couldn't turn their
dresses.
shirt into a
Yeah.
life preserver, and then you had to turn your pants into blow into it and turn it into a life preserver, and you had to learn how to float. And bless his heart, there was this guy who was my locker
no.
companion, all muscle. This man was all muscle, and he could not float. And he was like, you should never get on a boat because you're gonna die.
Do you remember his name? Call him out right now.
I can't because I'm.
Yeah,
had
why
a
are we trying to
margarita.
teach babies what they do for Navy SEAL training? Because I looked up drown proofing.
Yeah.
And the only thing they're talking about is how they do that for Navy SEAls, the guys that go in to die first.
So I've
Like-
yeah.
It's just in case we ever have to use babies in warfare. America's just super. That's why we have
That's
such a
gypsy
big.
You're not supposed to say the gypsy word. I learned that when I was in
Romania,
Spain.
yes.
But you throw a
Wait,
baby.
Romanians?
at
That's
somebody.
what, if you don't want to say that word, you want to say Romanian.
Don't say gypsy kings. That's like saying the N-word kings in
Yeah.
Europe.
It was not like saying the N word because like the Mulaney joke. One of those you
Yes.
said, and the other one.
But also, like,
Yeah.
are Romanians okay with them being replaced with
not
it?
Romania. If it's one of those where if they would like to say it, they can.
I just think
it's
it'd be funny if they're like, you can't say idiot anymore. You have to say Southerners.
oh,
Like, that's what it feels like. Where I'm like, are Romanians okay with them being replaced with a slur?
I don't. And actually, the J word people are from all over. It's not just Romania. So
it's
that's
right,
not
it's G.
accurate.
No,
G.
the slur is J.
Oh, that's how you can tell.
She's thinking of a worse word.
Oh, did I spell it wrong? I spelled it wrong. I thought gypsy started with a G.
I love
said
how
it.
you're like, you're not supposed to say this word, and I've counted about 5 times.
So far in
You're
this
not supposed to say it in
podcast,
Spain.
You-
Okay.
you
You're not supposed to
take-
say it. You're not supposed. They're trying to make it not everywhere.
you have taken down European nomadic people.
There we go.
You have
Look at
taken
you.
down Brits,
yeah.
and you have kind of taken down Italians.
Just Cockneys. No, not Italians. I
I'll
love
say
Italians.
this though: the Brits deserve it. They did a lot of colonialism. Like,
That's one thing
It's
that bugs
hitting
me.
up. It's
is
hitting up.
when British people are on their high horse about Americans.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the ultimate glass ceiling and rock contest.
Oh. Well, we are obnoxious.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we're not obnoxious, but they did a lot of the colonialism. They did a lot of bad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but not like the ones who they're living there now. It's just like they're just, they're reaping the benefits
They
of
still
having
have like a
healthcare.
king and queen and
but-
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
that's pretty
and
funny.
they still have blood money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So I did a couple shows in Ireland, and I did a show in Northern Ireland, which is part of Great Britain. And I made a joke about the coronation, and they were not thrilled. I thought we were all able to laugh at it.
Right. I wonder if they were like nervous that how everyone else was going to, even if they were like, ha, oh.
Well, I did it twice, and I didn't realize that the second show I did, the age in the room had gone up pretty significantly.
Oh, you can't tell how old British people are because
Well,
they
the
have
room
no
was
teeth.
dark. They all look very old. They've got soot all over them.
From the mines.
They're all got chimney sweeps.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're all doing chimney sweep.
Yep.
That's the only job for
All of
it.
them
Hello,
are.
governor.
They're all nannies, chimney sweeps, or royalty. Those are the only people that exist in Britain. But yeah, so I just thought I would do like a quick riff about the coronation because it's the first one we'd seen in color, and it looked so silly. It looked
Yes.
hilarious.
I thought so too.
Just this dumb old man playing dress up, and
Yes.
everybody's like freaking.
Everyone has to have a sash about it and like the right cape
there
color
were
and what is
swords
it all-
everywhere.
and they were so into it, like, oh, that cape is the order of the thing, and this
Yes.
sash is the order of the who's what's it, and that's the flower of Scotland on the draperies.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
defending Britain. We're literally in your costume closet right now.
yes, but I'm not oppressing anybody with it except for my husband.
That's very true. That's very true. You're very giving. You're a lot more friendly than the
I am taking up resources with it. You're right. I have 2 closets.
No, I was just
Yeah.
talking about specifically the sashes and the capes.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I will say I'm pro cape. I'm anti sash, but I'm pro cape.
Ooh.
You don't want to like the queen of the potatoes in Ohio.
I think the problem, the sash just seems like a bad hula hoop, and I think that's what I don't like about it. Like,
Fair enough.
I want it to be either more fun, or I want it to like hold bullets like Chewbacca's sash.
Oh yeah, some bullets.
Isn't
That'd be
that a
fun.
bandolier?
A bandolier.
I think
But
it's what-
I guess so.
A sash gets to have writing on it, so you
Yeah.
know why you should be impressed. This person's on a float at the corn festival. You got to know what's up. You can't tell until you see the sash. It's like a meme.
It's just a bunch of sashless people.
Well,
You're like, none of
it's
these people are important.
It's like, the thing in writing, show don't tell. Show me why you're important and you're on this corn float.
Yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
tight 5
Don't
while
need
you're
to-
driving
yeah,
by.
I don't need you to tell me with this
Right.
sash here.
Sing a song with no amplification. Like,
Just- like that's the corn queen.
is the corn
Yeah.
queen.
She has a lovely voice if you're within 6 feet
husking
of her.
different distance.
Husking different.
I can't talk right now. Spoiler alert. Nathan and I had a margarita before this episode.
Do not drag me into your world right now. We shared a margarita.
Nathan had his at a reasonable sipping.
I'm sorry. If I'm going to eat a quesadilla, I'm
We
going to
did.
put a margarita in the quesadilla hole.
I'm not. I don't think the issue is the margarita. The margarita was delicious and the quesadilla was delicious. I feel like your margarita was preceded by other beverages.
Lies. This is lies.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm being
False
roped in.
news. I'm texting Donald Trump right now. You are indicted because he knows people in the indictment world now.
I do love day drinking.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think like he's gonna be good at getting other people
You
indicted.
don't think he's like passing his card
Although
out?
the mob is good at throwing each other people under the bus. and
Maybe that's it.
Fair enough.
And
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so baby proofing, baby pool proofing.
Drown proofing.
Drown proofing. So I realized that this is how long ago I went to school. They were putting us through what they put soldiers through
Yeah.
in case the boat gets hit, and when you're like by a submarine in World War II, and you're familiar.
Yeah,
And,
I've heard of it.
they do that. They did that to all college students too. Back in the day when people went to college, like the government was like, we're not going to invest money into educating you if you're just going to drown. How sad is that?
Wait a minute. They just think
This is what my mother told me.
they're just like, we're investing all this money in higher education, but they keep
They
drowning.
just keep falling. Well, I think the first idea was to get rid of the water. And then they're like, well, we can't get rid of water. So I guess we got to teach people.
When you're fighting World War II in a boat.
Yeah,
no,
they're like,
the
ugh.
water's all going to be there.
Also, what a terrible rebrand of swim lessons. Like
Right?
drowning prevention. That's so much worse than like I had swim lessons.
I can do the butterfly and float when the sharks are eating me and my friends because
Yeah.
there was a torpedo.
I was a lifeguard at 19.
I was lifeguard too.
yeah.
Good money.
I was at a camp, so they made me be a lifeguard.
Were you even trained, or you're
I
like
was
he
trained.
looks floaty?
I was water.
He's now the lifeguard.
I
Get
was-
the floatiest kid.
They just kept pushing. They kept throwing me in and telling kids to grab onto me. It was bizarre. I didn't really do any training. But I got waterfront certified.
Ooh,
And but part of that is they teach you how to fight kids that are drowning.
because they're gonna try to.
Because they're gonna panic, so
Yeah.
they teach you all these pressure points. So the way that they did that was we go out to a part of the lake that's
What an episode.
Yeah, no, it's
Look,
true. You have to grab them
Children
from
are out
behind
here
by the
running
neck.
rampant, Nathan. You got to take them down.
They-
You gotta
It's
choke them
basically
out
it.
and then bring them in.
so there's this ex-marine who was training us. And so
An ex-marine.
we swim out to the middle of the lake and we all get into a
punches
circle.
you all in the nuts.
Yep. And we're treading water and he's in the middle of this circle and then all of a sudden he just went down.
Oh, and
He
he's
just
big.
submerged.
He's big.
He's a big dude. And he would just swim under us and jump on somebody's back and pull them under.
Oh my god.
And you had to hit him like under the armpits, pressure points, and push him off of you.
Are you okay about this now?
I am now.
When's the last time you were ever in water after this? I'm worried about you.
Not water over my head because there's just apparently Marines under there.
That's what marine life is. That's stupid.
It was just the most bizarre thing because none of us took it seriously because it's just a grown man surrounded by teenagers who have already been told, like, if a kid is drowning, do not touch them because parents can sue us.
Oh, and
So-
now he's just reliving his trauma.
So he was
What's the
just-
point of you as a lifeguard then?
Right.
That's your
right.
whole job.
I did a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of lifeguard training and like first aid certification. And
That's a
right
lot.
after we ended, we left. And the guy who runs the camp walked in. He goes, "Hey, I'm glad you guys know all that. If there is a dangerous situation, do not touch the child. And you grab one of these like 10 people." And he pointed them out. And he's like, "Because if you do something wrong, we will get sued."
Oh my gosh.
So it's just a legal dodging.
It's just
class.
illegal, like
But
all
you
of our
had training
people.
though. But now you have that training, so that's good.
I do. Well, it ran out. That was
Old school. So
That's like 10 years. That was 12 years ago.
well, no, but I mean, like as a parent, a future parent. I love your
That-
joke. I look like you do your joke.
Just a virgin and a dad.
Yes. It's Joel. It's not
It's
so good.
immaculate conception.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. I look like a deity.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I think it's just good to know how easily it is for people to drown, and it's quiet. This is what they don't tell you. It's quiet. The child just slips under. So, and it's definitely not a Navy SEAL guy pulling you under.
So if you're watching this podcast
Yeah.
at the pool with your child, check
They're
on
gonna
them right
die.
now.
There should be one parent that holds a stick, and so they keep eyes on the pool because otherwise, no one's looking at the pool, and then
So
sadness
you're
happens.
only parenting if you're having a stick.
Or it could be a tumbler. I don't know your life.
So it's like the parent stick, like a talking stick. but
Whoever
one of them
has
to
it
be
has
on
eyes on
parenting.
the pool. Otherwise, everyone thinks everyone else has eyes
And
on the pool, and no one's looking at the
Amy's
pool.
method was always double fished in margaritas. She goes like, "Oh, I can't hold the stick. Sorry."
I also don't know if that holds up in court. If they're just like, "Hey, you're being charged
Oh.
with child neglect," and it's like, "Your Honor, I didn't have the stick in my
he
hand."
he was holding the stick, and they're like, "Case closed."
Yeah, you want to give the
He's-
stick to a
that's-
responsible
yeah,
person.
and
He's
that's
going
why-
to baby murder jail.
Yeah, that's why the judge is in charge because he has the gavel, which is
Yeah.
like
the ultimate stick.
That's the
Yeah.
ultimate stick. It's a stick with a big stick at the end.
Yes, it is.
That's how law works.
double stick.
Yeah.
Law is just sticks, different
It's
sizes
just
sticks,
honestly,
batons.
you're not lying here. This isn't too far
No,
off from
because
the
jail
legal system.
cells are just stacked up sticks.
Stacked
that
up,
keep-
Yeah,
stacked
a
up hard
flagpole
sticks.
is the biggest stick. That's government.
That's a big stick.
We are not making.
We're
any-
coming after you, government. You and your
We
stick.
know-
Big stick.
We know you can't stop us from drowning these babies. We'll get a stick, and then I'm immune. That's called double jeopardy, baby.
Yeah.
Dropping these babies. Is that what you said?
Yeah, drowning them. That's what this has
Drowning the
all
baby. Yeah.
been based on.
Plot twist, though, the baby you try to drown is drown proof.
Drown proof.
And they pop back up, and now the baby
back
can
to
testify.
TikTok algorithm, we've been throwing that baby in the water. It knows how to flip around.
That baby's in swiping TikTok all day.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I
man,
know what's up.
I
know a thing or two about my parents trying to drown me in a couple of sandwiches.
just an 8-month-old,
yeah.
I wish somebody would push me in the pool.
He's getting ready. He's doing push-ups.
Just like,
I'm just gonna go limp, and I'm gonna flop over, and I'm just gonna breathe every 10 seconds, just like this Navy SEAL.
Once I see my
taught me.
mom drop that stick, I'm going right in. I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
Oh my gosh.
And then they float back up, and then
I
I
wish-
apologize for bringing the drowning baby stuff today.
That's rough.
This is an
No.
upstanding podcast.
Daniel Delano has a great bit of like, shout out white babies for getting thrown in pools and flipping over.
That is true.
That looks like it looks rough. It looks like a rough childhood. Your parents are like, let's
Yeah.
see if you're a survivor.
I just see what my worry about that is they're like, oh, I'm just trying to teach them. But what if it doesn't work, and then you are just then a child murderer?
no,
and
I
I
think
feel
they
like,
flip the baby over. There's a person standing there.
I know, but you said it doesn't take that long to drown.
Oh, I mean, in drinking hours, like not like adults standing by the pool. Drinking minutes are fast.
So you have
and
two different-
drowning hours minutes are slower.
You just
but
have two different stats.
It's a
of,
time
like-
zone difference. So yeah.
Amy has 2 kids that are like alive, and
Yes.
they're
Well, I'm a
they're
lifeguard,
wonderful and
too.
smart, and
I kept an eye on them.
Yeah, you're a lifeguard, and you're probably also told, here's the thing, you have all these skills, do not use them. It was actually, we could be sued.
maybe that's why your kids are so
Yeah.
great, because you just kept dropping the stick, and
Yeah.
they're like, we got to take care of each other.
Your job is to blow this whistle and say no running, and then if anything bad happens, well, legally, we can't be held responsible.
The dropping the stick. I am not very good at paperwork. My son, the first son, the OG son. We went to the DMV to get his license. I brought all the wrong paperwork, and I looked at him. I'm like, why are you even putting me in charge of this? And that's the last thing I ever had to do for him. He's got himself into college. He got all of his stuff. I don't know anything about his life. That's what you got to do. You just got to play dumb, or actually be dumb, and then the kid has to take over, and then turn
That's a
into
great
a
call.
real adult. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was boring. Okay. That was not fun. Let's have some fun.
Wait,
Besides,
but the drowning baby stuff was fun? Or
Oh my gosh.
were
It's-
It
we...
was a blast.
Sure.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Babies like to actually kind of drown a little bit. That's the thing a lot of people don't know.
I think it's kind of fun.
They're like, this is silly.
The baby's world is so not dangerous, so when they get to have a little danger, it's kind of fun for
do you think
babies
they know?
that they're drowning.
I think the most I've seen my son cry is when I put him on a cold towel. I think they like comfort.
They do like comfort.
So it has to be a nice warm pool. Okay.
Welcome to Nerdy 4, the only parenting advice podcast that will legally get your kids taken away from you if you
yeah,
listen.
y'all are trying to monetize
No,
this, are you?
no,
I
no,
apologize
no,
for
no, no.
bringing.
No, it's all about...
Nathan is a very responsible person, and he's going to be a great father.
Nobody was thinking Nathan's the problem in this
Oh,
episode.
okay. Fine.
Actually, the government sent me to bring all this up and
Yeah.
just see how you react to it.
Yeah. He's a
I'm a
plant.
helmets on heads while riding bicycles. I'm like, you cannot have a scooter that's electrified. But go ahead, drive the car around. Let's see how that works out. Jesus. What's up with our culture that we're like, okay, you basically just figured out how to hand your homework in on time. Now drive a car around.
I don't know why, but electrified scooter just makes me think of a scooter that shocks you. It's like it's got just
Yeah.
like an
Every
electric
time it goes
eel.
over the curb.
You're just like, ooh, zap.
Zapadoo. Why do I have my phone out? I was going to ask you a question on my phone. Okay.
There's a question you haven't asked Nathan in the
I know.
30 minutes of the show so far.
Nathan Owens.
Yes.
What are you nerdy for?
There's so much, and none of it
I'm not shocked.
None of it's fun.
Fair enough.
People have come on this show and had so much fun, nerdy things to talk about.
You've watched it?
Of course.
You're better than any of my friends.
Every single
Except for
episode.
Paula. Shout out Paula.
I have watched and listened to every single episode, and I refuse to be tested on that. On principle.
I don't remember any of them, so you're fine.
Perfect. I mean, we can do sports. I feel like that's the thing I get made fun of the most for.
Okay.
Is because I have
Sports. Oh,
I would call it a debilitating love for sports.
it's not consensual.
I love whenever someone comes on with a nerdy thing that Amy doesn't like because she just scoffs at them.
I know, I'm a friendly girl. So you have actually a great bit on TikTok. I think it's on Instagram too. And you go through all of the minor league baseball team names, and it's really funny.
Minor league baseball is just so beautiful and silly and pure that anytime I'm in town for a show, I try to see if they have a minor league baseball team. Wilmington has one, but they were out of town.
Okay.
And I almost stopped in Columbia on the way home
to see one.
to see a team, but it was like it put me home a little late. But like anytime, like Asheville has a great minor league team. Huntsville, I went and saw the Trash Pandas last time I did Epic Comedy Hour.
Trash Pandas.
The Trash Pandas, it's so great. The Rome Braves
is
are changing their
raccoon?
name. It is. It's a raccoon. The logo, he's in a little rocket ship that he built.
Well, that's like that movie Guardians of the Galaxy where there's a raccoon that goes into space.
It's up there.
And it gets called a Trash Panda by the main character in the first season.
What's
it called? A movie.
Yeah. My favorite name is there's the Wisconsin Udder Tuggers.
Wait, what? Okay, hold on.
And it sounds like a slur for white people, and that's why I love it.
Well, yeah, because we can digest dairy. Udder
Tuggers.
Like an udder of a cow.
Yeah, the cow is on. There's a cow on the hat.
Or a real handsy guy. I'm an udder tugger.
That's the second time you've done that tongue thing this episode.
Sorry.
Also, each time you looked over at me like you're doing like a bit, like you're like the weird uncle at Thanksgiving who's like trying to make a joke to his nephew, and you're like, please don't associate me with this.
Oh yeah,
is that your podcast catchphrase? Is that noise?
Yeah, that's just she's doing it all the time.
Like right.
I love how horny you are. What was?
That's not horny.
That's.
I am not horny for udders. I do like cheese though. Shout out cows and your sacrifice.
What was Mia Jackson's name for your album?
Oh, horny love horny.
So, I don't know. She had a really good name because I was just talking about how Amy's a little pervert.
Nice.
I mean, I've heard your bits.
I'm only repeating back what people say to me.
I would say it's.
You're only repeating back what you chose to remember.
Fair enough. It's burned on my brain. Like when I got put into a pool as a child and told to flip over.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider your bits unpervy.
Oh, thank you, Nathan Owens.
So,
do you hear what he just said?
Unpervy.
There's. You do have
pervy?
a clean set.
Wait, okay. You had too many negatives in a sentence and I couldn't follow
There
you.
we go. I could tell that you.
Look,
did I take it wrong? I did take it wrong. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Unpervy.
You do have clean sets. I'll go ahead and put that out there.
Thank you.
You've got in case there's a clean
Hard
booker.
one.
That's fine. That's all you need. But a lot of your bits are adult themed, and they are about adult needs.
Who, me? Oh,
I like it though.
Look, it does great.
You're
kills.
You're a horny lady, and embrace it.
I'm just a lady trying to make it in this world.
That's fine.
And it's a horny world.
I think women should I think more people need to get over women having sexuality and wanting horniness. It's great. You get yours, and I like that.
I just
Good
love
for
the
you.
idea of you just walking around like some apocalyptic hero, like it's a horny world.
Yeah.
Somebody's got.
Someone's got to pack the lube.
I'm just out here trying to do my little tongue thing at people.
Just a perv with a catchphrase. Just out here.
Slinging.
Trying to survive.
Just sliding off chairs left and right.
I'm just looking for an udder tugger.
Udder tugger. That's a great shirt.
It's a great shirt.
Yeah. That's your. I know you don't like superhero stuff, but Udder Tugger's your nemesis in your superhero comic.
No, I think we work together.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. It's like Batman and Catwoman kind of thing.
Anti-hero / love interest.
They're like, oh, we hate each other. It's like y'all keep just banging after every time you fight.
Yeah.
Udder Tugger went to go rob a bank, and then you just came over the teller, and then you're just like, get out of here.
We'll meet again, Udder Tugger.
Yeah. Smoking a cigarette.
Next time, bring the bag bomb. Do you know what that is?
A bag bomb?
Bag bomb. It's
like
for,
a bomb, like a bag
it's like
with a bomb in it.
For the origin story is it's ointment for the cow's udders because they get sore in the machine. And
I just pictured a bunch of like bombs in a bag.
No,
Just
like a balm, BALM.
Oh, balm.
And then like people started putting that on their lips and stuff because it's like a good ointment. And then women started putting it on their titas after breastfeeding. Good talk. Welcome to my costume closet. You feeling
I mean, it's my
comfortable.
fault for bringing up babies. It was only a matter of time before we went back
The
a little bit.
breastfeeding.
further.
Before we started talking about banging the udder.
Yeah,
udder tugger.
I said babies and udder tuggers.
Yeah.
Ugger tuggers. How did I not think it was gonna end up at
Okay.
breastfeeding? My bad.
You're in sports. You like sports.
Sure.
You like nice change of conversation.
Smooth transitions. I can
you
tell
like-
you're really invested in this
Did- oh,
conversation.
have you
So
seen?
sports, anyways. What kind of dumb stuff do you like
I
about
guess.
it?
So you like sports?
Yeah.
Wait. No, did you see the banana Savannah bananas?
I do see the Savannah
No,
bananas.
You've seen them live.
I have not seen them.
Okay, then you
live.
haven't seen the Savannah bananas.
I've seen them.
Don't talk out your ass on my podcast.
I've seen them on my phone.
Yeah, me too. Like the whole fucking world has. It's 2 million. Like they're millions of views.
I didn't know if you wanted me to like.
Why
be
did
like,
you bring it up to attack him?
Because he says he loves these sports he's doing and going to seeing these sports. You don't lie to me in my face.
I didn't know what you meant. Like, have you seen them? Yeah. I've seen them.
Sorry.
I've seen I've seen a snow leopard as well on my phone, but I
Okay.
haven't like pet one. So if you were like, have you seen a snow? I'd be like, yeah, I've seen a snow leopard.
I think that Nathan's probably one of our calmest, just most easygoing guests we've had so far, and you are so antagonistic towards him.
I know because I know him so well. I
Yeah.
can just
That's
be
fine.
crazy.
If I have to be the lightning rod to save the next guest, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Oh, there cannot be any more guests after you because I am hammered.
I
My
have.
diet's going great.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to
Well,
drink.
I mean, drinking is not wrong for diets. It's what you have with the drinks, is what I've read. That's how I justify.
Okay.
So I
You can
justified-
join my lady group where
Yeah.
we diet and we go take the kids to the pool and drink rosé.
I was gonna
sounds
say,
so
he's
good.
already ingratiated himself in his nanny time. He understood, what you got to do to get to a day. I'm sure having kids is a joy, but I'm sure it sucks a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a book about it. It's called All Joy, No Fun. Having children. And there was this cool scientist lady, and she's like, she tried so hard to have babies. She had them, and she's like, oh my God, what's up? Why is no one talking about this? And like long term, it's joy. It's
Yeah.
like, I did it. I made this baby. It's a cool kid now. This is fun. But the whole, like, along the way, you have like a minute, a little second of like, oh, that was actually fun right there. And the rest is all work and schedules and poop.
Yeah. A lot of poop.
But it's fun. You're gonna be good at it because you actually have been trained up in nannying, so you know
I have,
you know
yeah.
what you're in for.
I don't want to talk to the kid for the first 4 months. I'm only trained 4 months on. So when they're still pretty goopy, that's the kind of
And
baby
here's
that
the
freaks me
thing
out.
that a lot of men know about women: they don't need a lot of help in those first 4 months. They can just kind of leave them alone.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
You're like postpartum. Stop
Yeah.
making up
Oh my
words.
gosh.
I'm gonna go have a scotch and a cigarette.
Jesus Christmas! I know
and
you're
yeah.
being sad. You're
I
being
gotta go watch the
sassy.
Savannah Bananas so I don't get accosted on another podcast.
and I have to be there in person.
So I gotta go, babe.
Dude,
Following them
I
on
love the
tour.
joke. So y'all, there's this thing like you're supposed to hold your baby or else it can't connect to anyone for the rest of their lives.
You're talking about tummy time? Is that what it is? Or is that
No,
different?
tummy time is so they get a strong neck, which is different than like skin on skin. So they know how to have like an adult relationship with anybody. But
I guess my parents didn't do that.
you have good adult relationships.
After years of therapy.
Well, I mean, everyone has to do that.
That's the two choices.
Yeah.
Either skin on skin or therapy.
No, there's
Yeah.
a thing if you fail to connect, and I heard this from a lady with a PhD. So I don't know what it was in, but I'm pretty sure she's smart. She said, if there's a thing with a child, if you don't spend enough attachment time with it when it's very little, it will never be able, as a human, as an adult, be able to connect properly with other humans. And there's a name for it. I can't remember. And so it's a whole thing.
It's called
And there's-
loser, right?
Yeah.
Those dumb
No,
babies
I think those
that
are all the
can't
cool
connect.
kids. Those are the cool kids. They're like, I don't need you. I'm like, I need everybody. I was touched lovingly as a child, not like that. And then
I didn't say anything.
you laughed. I saw you.
I laughed because you're a comedian.
You snicked her. You snickered. I don't know that word. So no, you have to hold your baby a lot. But I know you all know that. And I forgot where I was going with this.
I don't know. You started with the bananas and then
Oh, fudge. You're going to be a good parent.
I didn't have good parents. That's
He
what.
didn't
Yeah.
have good parents.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's a
lost.
fun-
I had a
fun
thing and I lost it.
conversation.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Okay. So during the World Series when World Series now? No, it's about sports.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're on topic. We're on topic.
Joel's laughing at me. during the World Series when the Braves went to the World Series.
2021.
And it was very exciting. That's when I started watching sports.
Okay.
And I had no one to talk to. And so I was texting you, Nathan Owens, late at night.
I apologize.
My God, what's happening?
I apologize for ever I responded.
Well, I don't even remember. I was just excited to have someone to text.
It's one of the drunkest I've ever been. Is after the Braves won the World Series.
Well, I could not tell from your texts because
That's
you're a dude,
good.
and it's usually like one line.
That's how I always text like an idiot. People laugh at this, and I am not saying this to be funny. Top 5 happiest moments of my life. 2 of them are World Series.
Oh, well, you had one when you were a child.
95.
That's how they hooked you.
That's how
they get you.
That was that's one of my earliest baseball memories is the Braves winning the World Series and then having to wait 30-ish years
for it to come back. That's a long
25
callback.
years.
It's a long callback.
It's a long way
circle.
it's a long way to wait.
Where like in the top 10 are those 2 memories?
He said top 5.
Top 5.
Sorry, we're in the top. Okay, give me
So,
one
like,
other
he's
top
had
5
no
memory.
I mean, obviously getting married is up there. I'm going to go ahead and say
good
that's
safe.
that's
Okay,
number
good.
1. That's number 1.
okay.
That is a very clear number 1. Doing my special is number 2.
Oh wait, Brain Nam Human.
Name brand human. It's on YouTube.
On YouTube. Go watch it, like it, send it to your friends.
Yeah.
He needs to make money.
The 2021 World Series is number 3.
Okay.
It's also
1995 World Series is number 4.
I just blacked out. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm listening. Continue.
And then honestly, I really don't care what's 5 at this point. You fill in. If you have a memory with me and you're like, that was a good memory,
Was
that's
it
5
not
now.
doing the Rochester Fringe Festival with
Oh,
your
that was
friend
great.
Amy Brown and your other friend Damon Sumner
That
in
was a lot of fun.
2018?
That was good. That was great. It was just me, and that's the first time I've done comedy for Yankees.
Yeah. Were we
And-
nice to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
did really?
No, they were. It was
I thought
great.
you did well. I thought
No,
you did
it
very
was.
I
well.
think Northerners are nicer than Southerners.
Ooh.
I think Southern niceness is fake.
That's a hot take.
Oh, hot take.
It's not. There's a bunch of like bless your heart shit down here.
Yeah.
But-
I'm trying to think how to even argue
this
this.
is I can tell you right now because there's a lot of Northerners who moved to the South,
Yeah.
and I'll talk to them after sets, and I'm like, they wouldn't let me swear here, and my Northern people who I've just met at the show be like, oh fuck no.
Exactly. I just think there's a lot more fakeness in the South, and then I like Northerners when they're just like, I just don't have time for this. Like, I don't think it's rude if someone's busy. I like that.
It's all the cold weather up there.
This is what I'll say. You have to speak quickly because your nose is gonna freeze off. You know, and you have to have an upstate New York accent because your voice has to carry across the frozen tundra to your friend across the lake.
You started going Northern and then Northern Southern, and
Well,
this is an interesting.
I have
Now
a
it's
theory.
Missouri.
This is my theory though about like the nasal Canadian. Like this is Canadian. It's because our nose hairs freeze together. So like, don't you know? Like, I mean, because have you ever had your nose hairs freeze, Nathan Owens?
No,
Oh well, you need to come do stand up comedy in
Have
Rochester,
you
New York.
said his name not full yet,
No,
or is
he's
it every
Nathan
time?
Owens.
Is it Nathan Owens?
That's fine. We're just trying to get into
it's-
people's minds.
It's great. Yeah, Nathan Owens.
Nathan Owens.
Brand name
Comedy.
human.
Yeah, we'll take you. We could if our flight goes because it's not too frozen up there. We should go do some northern places. Oh my god, they
In
would
the
love
cold?
you. Yes, you can borrow my son's jacket.
I feel like I'd need like 3 of your son's
Yeah.
jackets.
He
You have
probably
very fit
has-
children.
Probably has a jacket too.
No, I don't think he does.
I got one that I bought down here.
I know
yeah.
I know Nathan Owens. He doesn't
I don't-
have.
I went to
a
Michigan
down jacket.
for Christmas this last year for the first time, and I brought like all of my warmest clothes, and I was like, "Yo, this ain't
It's different.
this ain't doing shit."
I have jackets bought with Kohl's cash. That's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's not gonna
No,
survive.
I'm already pre-planning for when because my girlfriend's family is up there, so when I go back up for this Christmas, I'm
Yeah.
not getting
Oh,
caught.
yeah.
You need a ski outfit.
Oh, like they luckily like her dad's around the same like height as me, so I was like wearing his extra like old stuff.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then- yeah.
a good, even though it's not filled with a down, but a good old fashioned Carhartt can like on top of whatever else you're wearing can just be a game
That
changer.
was wild.
Being cold just makes me so mad.
Yeah,
It's insane. Like
it's a
I
good
know.
thing you're not a woman.
All right, I know. Yeah, I know that the South is sweltering and we have a lot of issues culturally and weather-wise, but I will take these 95-degree days over anything under 40 degrees.
Yeah, fair enough. It does make people cranky.
We also have AC to balance it out, though.
You have
So
AC. I just can't once I get cold, I cannot get warm.
This is my hot take. This is my hot take on the difference between the North and the South. I grew up in the snow belt. I grew up near Canada. It was awful.
Yeah.
January, February, we would just count down. Like, we were just looking at the calendar every day. Like, when's the sun coming back? Why are we forsaken? And the same thing happens in Atlanta, July, August. You do not go outside. This is this is our indoor time. This is us living at the North Pole.
Yeah.
And you have to stay inside. You cannot go outside. You can try, but you're going to die. It's heat stroke right away.
The heat advisory is happening. I got a hoodie this week.
What? Was it on
Because-
sale?
yes.
Extra sale. Okay.
And someone's like, please take this.
Yes, and it got delivered to me, and it made me so sad when it got there because I was like, I'm not wearing this until
For a long time.
maybe like at night in late September.
Yeah. It's the same thing too, like with the animals. Like the animals have to stay in the barn with like their jackets on. Our dog can't go outside. He's a black lab. If he goes outside right now in Atlanta, he's gonna have heat stroke immediately.
I just keep buying more and more Hoochie Daddy shorts because it just stays
keep
warmer
getting-
longer.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
You just-
why am I buying pants?
I appreciate
2 months out of the year, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
wearing long pants, and the rest of it, nah.
Hoochie baby.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy.
shorts.
I
those
love
are-
that.
those
You
are
gotta
a thing
show
now.
off them
You gotta wear
thighs.
those
Yeah.
around Midtown.
No, I do.
Yeah, skies
Yes.
out, thighs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a tasty treat.
Yeah.
You guys share that with the world.
I'm trying to get objectified here, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will watch and I will like and subscribe. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Let's see if we can get you catcalled on camera.
A big cat call. It's tight.
We just gotta get on camera.
I also wear like a lot of like bright gold stuff. I wear this gold t-shirt or like a little button down the other day, and like I got a bunch of compliments. And one guy was like, "Let me buy that shirt from you," and I was like, "No."
Oh.
Also, this is the crazy thing.
what a shot to take.
But here's the thing.
Shoot or shoot. I
He did
appreciate
not.
it. Buy that
he
shirt.
didn't try to say, "Let me buy that shirt and I'll give you my shirt." He was like, "Let me buy that."
Yeah.
And he started at like 40 and kept going up. And I was like, first of all, I'm not gonna walk around here shirtless. We're at a bar. This
gonna
is
get kicked
weird.
out.
I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm not drunk enough to get kicked out. And then
Yet.
second of all, I was just like, I am so into compliments. You giving me $60, no one's gonna come up to me like, "Nice $60 in your Venmo account, my guy." Like that doesn't matter. This gold shirt that like 7 people have said they like tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
What,
Yeah, you
what
wanna
would have
keep-
been your price
Oh.
for you to go
$1
shirtless until you got
million.
kicked out?
Oh, easily like a non-ridiculous one because, like I said, I probably would have like $250.
$250.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's like a Sheen like $25 shirt. I like the shirt, I wear it a lot, but $250. I'm like, okay, no, this is ridiculous enough. So I'm gonna do that and say to my friends, I'm like, all right, I'm dipping,
Yeah.
because I just got to pay $250,
Yeah.
and I don't have a shirt on, so I am gonna leave. 'Cause
oh.
I respect everyone
Here's
here.
a fun question. This is a question I have for gentlemen.
Great.
Two,
I'm glad
if
you
you're
brought
in
this to me.
an emergency, can you buy a T-shirt at like a bodega or a gas station that's not Buc-ee's? Like if you are a gentleman
Like
and you
legally or morally?
no,
Yeah,
like
what is-
you're out partying.
Okay.
You're at your bar hopping in Midtown, like
Okay.
you like to do, Nathan.
Yep.
And you
I just bounce
barf on your
bar bar.
shirt, or a friend barfs on your shirt, and you're like,
No longer a
game
friend.
time decision. Well, you know, sometimes people haven't been out for a while.
Yeah.
Don't have a hard.
If
You're getting older.
Nathan's baby
You're
barfs
gonna
on his shirt, that baby's going in the,
Yeah.
throwing
Get
it
out
in
of
the
Go to the
pool.
pool above ground.
Yeah, I
Okay.
hope you have drown prevention.
That baby's going to the above ground pool. It's going to be below ground soon. Okay, that was awful. Don't. That was terrible. I can't. No, the God's going to smite me.
Threaten that child so efficiently.
That was so bad. I'm not even laughing.
The
I made me feel
opinions
so
expressed by this
Yeah.
podcast do not
I'll
legally
back that.
represent.
I'll throw the jewelry stamp of approval on that.
bad. No, that was so awful.
Stop coming at us,
God's going to
baby.
smite me with my son in a
Okay,
car
anyways,
accident.
what's this weird question you
Yeah.
got?
Can you go emergency buy a shirt to wear like out? Like, have you ever had to do that? Have you ever been like, oh, time for to buy a new shirt?
If somebody barfs on me, that's the end of my night.
Quitter.
Yeah, I like that. That feels because I'll never feel unbarfed on.
I gotta say, I've not been barfed on, but there's definitely been times in my life that I would have just been like, someone get me a new shirt. Now we're still going, but I also have an addiction issue, so that's I feel like that's not a man thing. That's just I don't want to stop once the good times start.
Party boy thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been
Costume
times.
change. Scene one.
Love a good outfit change.
Act 1, Act 2.
I would take that.
Act
Where you've
3
been
if
like,
it's Shakespeare.
you've been like day drinking. You had like brunch. The afternoon hit, and it's like, hey, let's go grab dinner. Yeah, I might do a quick jaunt to my closet and see what.
Or I have actually. I remember one time I was out and I was still in work clothes and I didn't have anything, and I was like, I want to go out, but I don't have this. And like I met some friends close to a mall. I was like, hold on, I'm gonna go in the mall real quick, and I just bought a new outfit.
Yes.
I don't know if I would just
God.
throw on.
But I think barf is just a big thing where you're just like, yo, this is
Game
changed
changer.
so much about the trajectory of the night.
It's not going to be less barf moving forward,
Yeah.
possibly.
No,
Especially if it's like 10:30 and you've got
But
barf
yeah,
done.
spill a drink.
There's gonna be more barf.
Go get like a fun novelty shirt from a gas station. That's
But you
easy.
said the idea that somebody would like get barfed on and be like, hold on, guys, I'll be right back.
Hold on, I gotta go down to 7-Eleven and get
If you're a mom, you get barfed on all the time.
You get spat up on.
Yeah.
Barf at a bar is different than like, I
Fair
burped
enough.
my baby.
Yeah, I was
too
gonna say
hard.
like a baby
like-
spitting up. You're just like, oh, sorry, this is baby spit up. But if like me and Nathan showed up and like, what happened? Like, oh, Tim threw up on me. They're like, Tim, your child? I'm like, no, Tim, my 37-year-old roommate.
Yeah, this one has vitamins in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one has roofies in
Yeah.
it.
He drank Jaeger again.
Tim's going through another bad breakup. So, anyways,
I've never thrown up Jaeger.
he'd feel
Does
bad.
it still
I
smell
threw
like
up so
Jaeger
much.
after you throw it
No.
up? I don't know why I'm looking at you.
I can't drink Jaeger.
I
Because
can't
it's
either.
licorice. Is that the flavor?
I've
It's
had a smell of Jaeger, and I
It
refuse to
totally
put
smells like
it
barf.
into my body.
Maybe that's what barf smells
The
like.
last time I drank Jaeger, I was 18, and I threw up so much I was crying and just asking anybody to make it stop. I knew no one could, and my roommate came. He was like, "What do you say?" I was like, "Just make it stop. I want to stop throwing up." He was like, "We can't do that." I was like, "I don't. Just make it stop, please."
Oh my god.
What do you want me to do? I'll do it.
That first bad hangover,
Ugh.
you're so pitiful. I turned on Lord of the Rings music.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I turned on Concerning
Oh, yeah,
Hobbits.
good segue.
Because
Yeah.
I thought it might
Soothe you.
just soothe me enough to like fight through this brand new emotion and physical torment that I was
You're
in.
feeling a change. You could go through the ring into the fire.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
And then be a big boy, Bill Baggins. Be a big boy.
What a weird episode. This
Okay,
is one of my
I
favorites.
gotta, now that you brought up Lord of the Rings, I'm going to
Sure.
find out what kind of
This
nerd
is
you
actually
are.
the only reasonable segue we've done this whole
I
hour.
would talk Lord of the Rings. I didn't plan to, but
Did you read them?
I read them.
She's gonna find out how nerdy you are.
Yeah.
I watched the movies. Here's how nerdy I am. I tried to learn Elvish in middle school. And
Next level.
my friend Adam and I tried to learn Elvish in middle school.
Elvish
Because
in
we
middle
could write, we thought we would be able to write notes to
secret
each other.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a Elvish alphabet in the book of one of our versions of Lord of the Rings. And I looked at it once and I was like, we're not learning Elvish.
Yeah.
I know. I can't even do Spanish. How can I learn Elvish?
Yeah, I was like, I can't. I had a C in 1 year of Spanish that I took, and that's
Yeah.
a real language.
Yeah.
I know. Right?
So based in kind of similar to English.
Did you get the DVDs of Lord of the Rings?
I did. I had
Blu-ray?
the VHSs first,
Okay. Okay.
and then I went from the VHSs to the extended editions.
Did you watch the making of?
I did.
Did you watch it where the guy who plays one of the wizards was like, "It was so nice to be with people who were fluent in Elvish." the British actors was already fluent in Elvish before he got the part.
I just love that you were that's what you pulled.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, next level nerd."
How much Lord of the Rings behind the scenes have you watched?
That's a great question. It was forced upon me. I actually had one of my husband's
don't have to
family
act cool in
members
front
would
of
keep
us.
it on in the background while we had cocktail parties.
That I would go to that cocktail party.
Yeah.
If you're throwing on DVD extras of Lord of the Rings and
Yeah.
serving cocktails, I'm in.
I know, right? You can learn something.
That sounds good. And I promise to not say that Viggo Mortensen broke his toe when he kicked the helmet in the Two Towers. I promise to not even bring up that fun fact.
I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing.
I'll let somebody else do that.
Did you see his? So they filmed it all in New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a What's that? Like a metal building poor people
Sword.
live in?
A metal building?
It's little-
That's a
Poor
jail.
people live in?
No,
What?
a trailer. And
Oh my God! I've heard you say some of the richest, most disconnected things.
Metal building
What
for poor people.
Oh my God! This
I
is
didn't
next
say-
level.
I didn't say
y'all
tornado magnet.
Did y'all just move up a tax bracket or something recently? That is.
A metal building. Like, as if nobody else has trailers. There's no such thing as
well,
camping.
horses have trailers.
Okay, horses and poor people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jesus.
so he had a trailer.
You know those things
Yeah.
are like this is like metal squares, and I think
Yeah.
humans live in them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an oil
not
change on the
sure.
house.
What's that weird green paper thing that poor people use for money? Oh yeah,
That's not my
cash. Ugh.
Cash.
Ooh, get your fingers dirty.
Can you imagine buying a car that runs on gasoline?
Have you heard of this thing called monthly payments?
We do everything quarterly.
I took a shot of oil before I left the house. Crude oil.
What's that metal thing? That
Nice.
is
Comes out of the
great.
I
backyard.
spat it up.
No, spit
Yeah.
it. No, you don't spit it up.
I can't wait for you. What time of year do y'all drain your pool and fill it up with coins?
Diamonds?
Yeah, diamonds and coins so you can Scrooge
It's when
McDuck yourself
Puff
in the
Daddy
backyard.
comes over. The Kardashians come
Yeah.
over. They swim once a year in our diamond pool. It's how they exfoliate. And it's how they stay young forever.
Did the Kardashians do drown prevention?
They don't need to. They have so many
No,
flotation
they-
devices
I
already
feel like-
installed.
I feel
so
like-
much. They use so much.
I feel like the Kardashians didn't have a lot of hands-on parental experiences, and it explains a lot.
They might have had a nanny. You don't know their life.
That's not the same. That's a nanny. Not bad mouthing nannies, but that is different.
It takes a village, and sometimes the village is expensive.
Yeah, it takes a village, and then two people in that village to not really associate with them, the ones that should associate the most.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Okay, this is a little inside baseball,
Perfect.
but sometimes
Sports reference.
when children
Ooh.
are raised by nannies and the nanny has an accent, the child starts having the accent.
Yeah,
I wanted that,
That makes
so
so much
bad.
sense.
I talked to one of the kids I nannied in an Irish accent to see if I
Oh,
could get him.
did
to
it
do
work?
No,
Oh.
but he was. Yeah,
You weren't there long enough.
I also don't think
the
I have a
parents
good-
must have been.
yeah. I think we're talking
engaged.
like full-time nannies.
Yeah,
here.
every weekend he would reset back to an American accent. I'm like,
Ugh.
all that work,
all that work,
all that work.
all that Guinness. Okay, baby Guinness.
Baby Guinness.
So very much into Elvish. I did not see that coming. I thought, I'm gonna be a little bit honest, I thought you were a cool guy, but
No, I don't. Thank you for thinking that. I'm sorry that I ruined.
well, the sports kind of threw me for a loop.
but the thing is, sports aren't cool.
is very nerdy.
Okay.
I think I think you're thinking of like a good athlete who appreciates sports, and I'm like no, like I fill out like I like scorecards and like
You like the math part?
fantasy baseball and
Wow.
like Keith Law books and
What's the Keith Law book?
he writes all these incredible books about baseball stats, and it's insane.
Do you read it to go to sleep at night?
I do the audio book. I watch before every baseball season starts. I watch the baseball
League of Their Own.
I watch League of Their Own's on the list, but I watch the baseball documentary that PBS put out. That's 10 episodes.
Oh, the guy who wrote that.
the Ken Burns baseball.
Ken Burns. Love Ken Burns. Love a bowl cut. Keep going, Ken Burns, with your bowl cut. Shout out bowl cuts.
There's no way Ken Burns does not have enough money to have an okay haircut.
I think he's trying to protect his brains with that hair. It's just a layer of protection in case he falls.
Just a helmet.
It's his helmet. Dude, right? Didn't Stephen King get hit by a car when he was on? You need protection when you have really smart brains. He got hit by a car. Did you know this? He was biking. He got hit by a car.
Okay, and
He bought the
his
car.
hair protected him.
No, and he had a very terrible accident. He's okay now, but he bought the car and he beat it up afterwards. I think with a baseball bat, like Michael Jackson did in that video. This is what I've heard. This could all be very
wanna
wrong.
know where, just so everybody paying attention, where this started was I said before every baseball season, I watched the Ken Burns baseball documentary, and it went to Michael Jackson beat up a car once.
Yes.
I
Freeform.
truly
This is called
appreciate these
improv.
kind of things.
You're stand-up. You don't know.
No, it's great. I just want to make sure everybody at home who's not a
Let's ask him
stand-up.
some what questions is nerdy for.
I know. It's we're an hour and 3 minutes in, so we got to go fast and
we got
furious.
bonus round. Just
Don't
lightning
worry,
round.
we used the whole hour and 3 minutes very wisely.
Yeah. Lightning round.
Everyone's learned a lot.
Nerdy
and
things.
do you have a card collection? Baseball, Pokemon.
I used to have a baseball card collection. It did not make it out of my parents' house.
Well, that's good. That's where it belongs. Have you ever owned or held a tropical bird?
Define tropical.
Okay. Yes. What was the
'Cause-
bird? Was it a crow?
Well, I mean,
You grew up in Flowery Branch, Georgia.
I
right?
did, but I've caught like a seagull once.
You caught a seagull?
Yeah.
You
That's
buried
wild.
the lead.
So,
you should come into every room.
But that's
break
a tropical
down the door.
bird, right?
Well, it's a seabird.
I didn't like it. It was very quick.
How did you trap it?
I grabbed it and then it freaked out and I freaked out and then it flew off.
Yeah,
Oh, well, that's not the same thing as being your friend.
I wouldn't say like I held it.
He
I
didn't
like
say he was friends with it. He said he caught it.
I thought it was your friend.
no. I think I
thought you were Ariel.
No, I touched it with both hands and it screamed and I screamed and then it flew away.
Well, you had a moment.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I guess that's tropical.
That's most.
right?
That is actually most social experiences for me. I just come in
Yeah.
squawking and grabbing.
Yeah.
Are you the seagull? Or
No,
the...
she's both of you. She's squawking and she's grabbing people,
I'm scaring
and then
people.
everybody screams.
Just a,
Yeah.
just a grabby squawker.
Yeah.
It's too much. My children keep telling
She's
me.
actually the utter tugger.
The utter tugger.
Plot twist.
That's the
We just pulled off the
Yeah.
mask like
yeah,
Scooby Doo.
Yeah. That's the third act reveal.
Amy Brown.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you just walked up on a cow or a horse or a goat and out of nowhere just grabbed its teeth? It would kick the shit
Yeah, I
out
was
of
gonna
you.
say you would die because it
You
would
would
just
die.
kick you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would think it was a predator. Or, okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Also, if you do it to humans, you're a predator.
Yeah, don't do it either.
So
Yes, and
don't
there's-
don't tug udders.
Don't-
That if you take away one thing from this podcast,
Just throw your baby in the pool.
throw
If you
your
take
baby
away
in the
two
pool.
things.
two things. It's don't tug udders and make sure your baby is drown proof.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, right. Okay, here we go. Do you have a pair of fairy wings?
No.
A cape?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
I used to have a Batman
Oh,
costume.
He did
no.
say he was pro cape though. Right?
That-
I am pro cape. I wish
Okay.
someday I'll bring the cape back.
Cape. Do you messing with AI at all? Are you into that?
No,
Yeah.
it's just another thing that I know is smarter than me.
Fair enough. Amen. Ready Player One. Did you get into that at all?
No, I didn't. It looked very chaotic.
Did you read the Silmarillion? The Hobbit.
I'm going through the audiobook of the Silmarillion.
You should be besties with my hubby. He's reading it.
The Hobbit I
Again.
enjoyed. I haven't read The Hobbit since
Okay.
high school.
Here we go. Do you have a Harry Potter wand?
No.
Do you know Morse code?
I know SOS.
Well, oh yeah. Well,
Isn't that
everyone
like
does.
dot,
Yeah,
dot,
I
dot?
think it's in a lot of like.
That's the simple one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Baseball cards. AI. Lord of the Rings. Definitely. You're that kind of nerd. Perfect attendance award. Did you get homeschooled?
I was homeschooled from 3rd grade to my freshman year.
Okay.
The way you said that, such condescension.
Look,
I mean,
I'm
I
used
know.
to it. I'm pushing through.
This is okay. I love living in Atlanta. What I don't understand is why so many people have been homeschooled and so many people go to church all the time. This is so confusing to me. You can just go to school.
I don't know
and
how
then
to,
on Sunday
I don't know how to break
you could go
down
hiking or
cultural Southerners.
something. I like the food. It's amazing.
the food's
Yeah.
I
great.
like the
She's
culture.
like, I don't like those weird little metal boxes the poors live in.
Yeah.
Those aren't nice.
Why don't you just send your kid to a private
We
school
have-
like the rest of us?
No.
I send my kid to a school in the sky in his robot car. Why
No,
can't
that's
everybody
not
else
fair.
do that?
I grew up on a dirt road. I went to public school and a
So
little bit
she can
private.
now look down on poor people.
Listen up. I know what a
You
trailer
just
is.
pulled the I have a black friend of class warfare.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents didn't have heating in their house.
I've been around.
She's like,
a dirt
not
road
to brag,
before.
Nathan, but the producer of my podcast is actually poor.
He's charming. I try to feed him as
I
much
once
as possible.
touched a port at an open
Yeah.
mic last week. I believe I can comment on them.
Y'all. But no, I didn't grow up like that. It's fun to play.
She
it
grew
now.
into it, is the
I
thing.
grew into it.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable. Have you tried riding in the front of the plane? It's nice. Oh, that was too much. Okay.
How is that true? That's not more than what's that middle box poor people
No,
live in.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the
me
peak.
having old lady brain, and I can't remember the names of things. I have a family I babysat for, and they had 2 trailers pushed together, double wide, and I was their babysitter.
They're king. They were the king of Poor Street.
They also had horses, though. I don't know. It's hard to judge what's happening sometimes. Okay. Have you ever written fan fiction?
No.
Have you ever said that's not canon?
Yes.
You're the first person. Okay.
Yeah, but it
Was it about Star Wars? Are you a Star Wars person? Do you have a lightsaber?
I don't have a lightsaber anymore.
Did you have? See, no, now that means you had one.
I did have a lightsaber. I accidentally broke a ceiling fan with it.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, it was the Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber.
Nice.
And I was fighting my bedpost.
My son has that. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I went in for a kill, and I didn't think about the height, and I hit my ceiling fan, and it fell on me.
Oh, wow.
A core memory.
Yeah.
Was this last week?
No, I wish. My wife won't let me buy a lightsaber. I've asked.
Do you want to come over to our house and play lightsabers with my children? My children are 18 and 16.
That sounds great. Do they play by the rules though?
There's rules.
I'm saying if I hit their arm, are they going to put it behind their back?
Oh yeah, they've took improv classes.
I get that, but like I just don't. I've played with kids before that are like, you didn't get me, and I'm like, I know I got you.
They're honest.
Or they're just like, oh, I have armor. You're like, no, you don't. You're wearing a.
I have a laser shield.
No, they won't make stuff up
Okay.
unless it's funny. Perfect attendance award at your homeschool.
Absolutely not. Even at homeschool, no.
You ever been stuffed in a locker?
No, but I never had a
He
locker.
was at homeschool, actually.
You never had a locker?
yeah.
Is being sent to my room count?
Okay. Have you ever been to? Have you ever said huzzah and like been to?
Not seriously, but yeah, I text huzzah a lot.
Okay.
So it started as a bit, and then now you're
It
like, I
started
don't
as a
know
bit.
if this is
Yes.
real or not.
It started as
I actually like it.
it's a little. It started out very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's times you don't know how to respond to things. I'm just like huzzah,
Yeah.
and now it's
You
like
have the energy.
my phone auto corrects to huzzah.
You're a big guy. You could have been a king in old-fashioned times.
Thanks.
Yeah. Coin collection,
No,
sword. Ever held a sword? Had a sword.
I've held swords. I've never had a sword.
Death Star Lego.
No,
Legos still in your home that you've made.
no.
When's the last time you had a Lego?
Probably middle school. Legos surpassed me.
Okay.
They just got too much.
Do you feel like you would like to see a dragon in real life?
Yeah, I would
Would
see,
people not want to see a dragon in real life?
I would see
Have
a
you been to
dragon.
Dragon Con?
I've never been to Dragon Con, but that's more because I don't like crowds. Not that I wouldn't go.
Have you tried getting hammered first and then going? Would you like to come with me and get hammered first?
If you pay for my ticket, I will absolutely
I'll buy
get
you a ticket.
hammered.
I got one for my son. I don't know if he's going. You want it?
Yes.
You can fight him with a lightsaber to earn it.
That sounds great. I will
Okay.
get hammered and go Dragon Con for free.
Okay. Are you a wedding excuse me. Are you a Disney person?
No. I'm not.
You kind of tripped over that. You tripped over that response.
I tripped over it because Disney now owns so much.
That's true. Fair enough.
Like I watch ESPN. Does that make me a Disney adult now? Like
Fair enough.
like it's insane what they have.
Yeah, it's more of a media mogul.
Yeah, but no, I don't dress up as Disney characters.
Have you ever made mead?
No, I've had mead.
Have you Googled it, how to make it?
I have. I've thought about it.
Okay.
Just because I don't like paying for alcohol. And it's just
this
honey.
is an economic thing.
It's just honey wine.
There's a meadery in Virginia Highlands. It's really fun.
It's very
very
good.
yummy. They have a show there.
I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Monk's mead.
Okay. Monk's meat. Yeah. Do you have a tattoo?
No.
I didn't think so. No offense.
Too poor.
Oh, I don't think that's how it goes. I don't think that's how it matches.
I priced out a tattoo this week actually, and I was shocked at how much tattoos cost.
Oh, are they expensive?
I had no idea.
Oh.
I had a tattoo idea and
Maybe that's why my $100 oopsie daisy joke isn't killing as much as it used to.
It was just
Is there inflation for tattoos?
It was just a small tattoo idea.
$100 is like nothing for a tattoo.
Yeah, he was like $180 for this tattoo idea I had, and I was like, "That's insane." And then I was like, "Man, I have a lot of friends that are bad with money.
We
That's
see all their tattoos.
so many.
Yeah.
My sister is really bad with money.
Your sister has tattoos?
My sister does have tattoos, but she's
What
kind
does
of
the homeschool principal
she's
think?
kind of a black sheep of the family.
Uh-oh.
She has tattoos.
Oh my goodness.
They didn't drown her as a child, though, so that's why.
That's
Fair
you
enough.
got to get that.
Okay.
Yeah, she floated.
You
Okay.
gotta get that
I have a
drowning in
question
there
for you.
early.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever watched Highlander?
The
Excuse me,
movie
Outlander.
Outlander. No,
The one where the lady goes back in time through
That's
some big
Outlander.
stones, and then she gets to bone all the people throughout history.
no, but I've watched Highlander with Sean Connery.
Okay, and you liked it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Do you have a fantasy of having chainmail on your body?
No, it seems very heavy.
Okay, you want to have like the thing.
I feel like I'm much more of like a furs and leather,
Fair enough.
like a Stark kind of.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Are you in it? Did you read those books?
I haven't read the books. I'm waiting until they're done.
Which is going to be never.
Yes, so that's kind of my excuse to not read.
Are you gonna listen to them on tape?
I'll do the audiobooks whenever George finishes them.
Oh, you're waiting. Okay.
I'm waiting.
All right. I really didn't think you were gonna be a nerd because
I appreciate that so much. That means I've hit it so well. I've had so many conversations where people have been upset with me. I think the problem is like I'm not nerdy enough for like nerd culture.
Oh no, you are.
But I'm more. But I'm too much for like regular people.
I think it's cute. You're kind of like an adorable nerd. Like you're not
I
gonna
appreciate
learn how Elvish or Morse code or can you program a computer? Do you know like Java?
No, I'm not a smart nerd.
Yeah, I mean
That's the
you
problem.
and I are the same person. We appreciate nerds
Yeah.
and what they're capable of. And
Okay.
yes, we were gonna put on a costume about it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. We're gonna go to the party and wear a costume and watch the show and listen to the book on tape because
Yeah.
reading's hard.
I also think a lot of my like Star Wars stuff, because like I did a lot of the extended universe in the 90s, that all got decanonized. And I think
I'm
that
so sorry, you okay?
that made me very
I should have
upset.
sent you a card.
Yeah. Once they said that, once they were like, none of the books are canon, and that hurt because like I put in time.
Yeah, you memorized it all.
I invested a lot of time.
I feel you.
And so now I'm very hesitant because I've been hurt before.
This is why I can't do fiction. I can only do nonfiction. Like I have everything I put into my brain, I memorize, and it might as well be.
What do you
real.
do you have a current audiobook right now?
Oh, I right now because I'm very stressed out. I just do David Sedaris on a loop, all
Okay.
of his books right now. Oh, and a bunch of them about perimenopause. Wink. Am I hot? Is this fun? Is this sexy? All right. So I'm gonna tell you, you are a nerd, Nathan Owens.
No.
You might want to
Officially.
tell your wife, or do you want to tell her?
She's
She knows.
unfortunately very aware.
Can you do the one about the shield?
I do have a Captain America shield. I didn't know if that was on your list.
That's pretty nerdy.
It is my second Captain America shield. The first, well, the first one I was too excited. Like the joke is that my identity got stolen because I bought a Captain America shield from China. The only part of that that's false is that my identity wasn't technically stolen because I used a
Just your manhood?
I used a prepaid card.
Okay.
And then I bought the shield that I thought was going to be like movie accurate. And then I never got the shield and the card got drained. So I was like, oh, they would have stolen my identity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or Captain America shield.
I do have a Captain America shield. It's not displayed anywhere right now.
Oh, is that what those are for? You don't put them in a closet?
No, just in case anything happens. Like, what if somebody breaks into the house?
You're going
Like,
to take the shield?
I might, yeah.
Oh, you're going to use the shield for protection.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a commodity and you had to hide it.
No, I want people to know I have it.
Okay. They walk into your home. They know who they are dealing with.
Yeah. And I also want people to know now, because now you have to like specify. This is not a MCU Captain America shield. This is something that I bought because I liked the character before it was Chris Evans.
Oh, OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, look, I'm fine. If you're somebody that got into Marvel stuff because of the movies, great. That's fine. But it's just different.
You're like me when I talk about adult Disney people. We're just splitting hairs here, but it means a lot
know
to
we're
us.
splitting. It's just so frustrating that people are like now like, oh, I'm a nerd because I like Pixar. And it's like, yeah, I got made fun of because I had a pull box at a comic book store.
I wear a costume to school every day for like a week in middle school. You're not supposed to do that, FYI. If you're a middle schooler, don't come as Dorothy. Those characters.
Every week or every day you wear Dorothy?
Luckily, I was at a small school. No one beat me up because I was ripe for the beating.
Well, who could beat up Dorothy? That also is the
brought
aesthetics of that are bad.
a basket with a little stuffed dog in it.
That's-
I know. and not a lot has changed in my energy. So you are a nerd. You are not like the linear problem solving, getting a lot of money for your brain kind of nerd yet, because you're a creative nerd. We're in the same field. This is why I promote you so much.
It just feels like that's the meanest way to say it.
I know.
You're not going to make money off of this.
Yeah, you're just a dork, but you have no good qualities.
No.
Yeah.
You're not like readily employable. Like,
you don't know how to talk to people, and
Right. No,
also
he does,
you're going to live in one of those metal boxes because you're a lack of skills.
No.
Yeah, you seem like a metal box nerd.
No. You can talk to people, and you're creative, and you have imagination. So
Okay.
if you can like get that to make money,
This sounds
it's gonna
like your
do very
mom
well.
trying to pep talk you after the first time you got dumped. Like,
You have a lot to offer.
She doesn't understand what she's missing.
Yeah.
Somebody out there appreciates that you tried to learn Elvish
like
in
Nathan,
middle
I used to
school.
change
She
your
doesn't-
diaper, and I know how good it is. And you're just like, Jesus, will you kill me?
Mom. Yeah.
Your poops were the least smelliest
Yeah.
of all my children.
Yeah.
Does she know that?
I think this is the smelliest of all my children. You are a creative spirit. You have
Thank you.
and a lot of people don't have that brain energy, and you have a good work ethic because you want to be a superhero.
What was Damon? Because that's somebody that's
He
made
was
fun of me for things.
No,
I just-
Damon was a cool guy.
He was a cool guy. He was popular in school. He didn't hit none of these. He got 0 on all of these.
that sucks.
But no, it's okay. Our differences make us stronger.
I know, but like I kind of
Where do
wanted.
you think Purdue's gonna fall?
Ooh.
I don't know because he wears glasses.
Oh.
I will say David, and just a preview if he's scheduled. I don't. He likes more superhero stuff than you think.
Okay. Okay.
Like he's somebody that I bonded with over some like superhero TV shows
yeah.
that I only knew like 3 other people that watched. So
Fair enough.
I think David's gonna hit a lot more than it seems. But David he's cool presenting.
He is. He's got a lot of cool energy. But I think that could be part of his culture. And then underneath, he's hiding his nerd. I'll find it. All right. Thank you, Nathan Owens.
So scary. I'll find it.
I'll find it.
If you think you're cool,
Yeah.
I will expose you.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet. Twitter is at Nate Owens Comedy. Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Nathan Owens Comedy, or nathanowenscomedy.com for all the stand-up dates.
And go see his special on YouTube.
Special Name Brand Human on YouTube. And just watch the other clips that are on there too.
It's a treat. All right. Thank you so much.
Bam.